We have some major breaking news that has announced that Trackhouse Racing will be running the Rolex 24 in 2025. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel and welcome back to our video. As I just said a second ago, we got some pretty massive and major breaking news as it has been officially announced that Trackhouse Racing will be entering the Rolex 24 in 2025. Here's a press release from Trackhouse Racing. Trackhouse Racing partners with TF Sport to enter Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona. Shane Van Gisbergen, Connor Zilisch, Scott McLaughlin, and Ben Keating will pilot the number 91 Trackhouse by TF Sport Corvette. With NASCAR MotoGP teams in its portfolio, Trackhouse Racing announced today they will expand to a new racing series in January where it partners with TF Sport to field a Chevy Corvette Z06 GT3R in the Daytona Pro Class for the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championships 62nd Annual Rolex 24 at Daytona. The number 91 Corvette racing team competing in the Rolex 24 at Daytona will be a collaboration between Trackhouse Racing and TF Sports, titled Trackhouse by TFR Sport. Participating in the Rolex 24 has been a dream since the inception of Trackhouse Racing, since Trackhouse owner and founder Justin Marks, who first professionally raced as a driver, came in this race in 2001 and peaked when he went to Victory Lane in 2009. This is absolutely huge to see that Trackhouse Racing continues to go in a lot of different ways and a lot of different directions and make massive and major moves. You look at Trackhouse Racing accomplished over the course of the last couple of years. First, obviously going and having success in the NASCAR Cup Series, winning races with drivers like Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez, and also, of course, winning with Shane Van Gisbergen with Project 91 in 2023. Speaking of which, Project 91 comes into play, and you see Shane Van Gisbergen show up to the racetrack and have a ton of success in NASCAR over the last year, and now he's going to be running full-time in the Cup Series in 2025. And then about a year or so ago, Trackhouse Racing announced that they'd be going to MotoGP. Of all the organizations that are making moves in the NASCAR Cup Series today, Trackhouse Racing is definitely one of those teams that continues to make massive and major moves. And now let's talk about the four drivers getting behind the wheel. Let's begin by talking about Shane Van Gisbergen. Shane Van Gisbergen, three-time Supercar winner of Chicago in 2023 in the NASCAR Cup Series, winner of around 60 or 70 Supercar races, and then of course he has also won 3 Xfinity Series races, and also didn't win the Rookie of the Year honors, but finished second in Rookie of the Year, and now is going full-time in the NASCAR Cup Series in the number 88 car for Trackhouse Racing in 2025. Shane Van Gisbergen also has driven in the Rolex 24 once or twice, I think back in 2015 or 2016, ran the Rolex 24 in the GT class, so he has a ton of experience. Next, Connor Zilisch. Connor Zilisch is actually a winner of the Rolex 24 in the LMP2 class, and of course has been very competitive in IMSA competition as well. Also a Sebring 12-hour in LMP2, almost won the ARCA East Championship in 2024, and Connor Zilisch was super competitive and won in his Xfinity Series debut and was saving field and still going faster than the rest of the field. Extremely impressive and very incredible to see what he was able to accomplish and do. And I think Connor Zilisch, especially for how quick he was in the Rolex 24 in 2025, I think he'll be very competitive. And I think he's also got a really good chance to be one of the best Cup prospects we've seen in a long time. And I think he'll be very competitive, definitely in the Rolex 24 for sure. I think he could be the guy that could lead the team to a ton of success. And then you got Scott McLaughlin. Scott McLaughlin and Shane Van Gisbergen being teammates. They're two really good friends off the racetrack, and now they're going to be teammates on the racetrack. Scott McLaughlin has competed, of course, in the Rolex 24, but like Shane Van Gisbergen, Scott McLaughlin's had a lot of success in supercars as well, had around 70 or 80 supercar victories, and now is becoming one of the most successful drivers in IndyCar to this day. Could have won the championship, finished third in the standings, I believe, for IndyCar 2024. And, of course, went on to win multiple IndyCar races up to this point and is already one of the favorites to win the 2025 IndyCar Series Championship. I think Scott McLaughlin is going to be doing a lot of carrying as well with this car, especially with his success. And then you have Ben Keating. Ben Keating, who is one of the most successful drivers in sports car history and IMSA history. He is going to be the longtime veteran of this group, but he's going to be the guy that's going to bring a lot to the table. And I have to think Ben Keating's also going to do multiple cars as well, racing multiple different series, because Ben Keating usually doesn't just run one car at the Rolex 24, he runs two cars at the Rolex 24. So Ben Keating getting behind the wheel of a Trackhouse entry is really cool. And maybe, just maybe, this could lead both Scott McLaughlin and Ben Keating to run the Project 91 car. We obviously knew this is actually the way Project 91 is kind of making a comeback as well in a sense, because we knew Project 91 had been teased to be making a return, and now you've got Ben Keating, who has won Rolex 24s, won major events, I think one in Le Mans 24-hour events. The guy is one of the most successful American sports car drivers ever, and congratulations him on getting this fantastic opportunity. This team has a legitimate chance to win this class. Now, do I think this team is going to win the overall event? Probably not. I don't think they're going to win overall, because obviously the top series of GTP cars, they're going to be the strongest, right? They're going to be the strongest class in the bunch. They're going to be the team, their teams are going to win, like your Penske's, like your Acura organizations, like Wayne Taylor Racing. Those guys are probably going to go out there and win. But I think they can definitely win a Rolex 24 in their class. They're going to have probably the strongest lineup of all of the lower series class, and I think that they're going to have a fantastic chance and opportunity to go out and get it done. I think this is a team that is going to be one of the most stacked teams I think we've seen. I think the top classes of the group, the GTP cars, have probably some of the top heavy classes for sure. But I think that this is probably the best car and best team you have all around when you look at the GT cars. There are some really good teams out there. Obviously, the number 14 Lexus, the number 16 Lexus, those cars are going to definitely be strong. There's no denying that. But I do think that the Trackhouse Racing organization is going to be very competitive for sure. And I think it's really exciting and fantastic to see that they're finally going to run the Rolex 24. This has been one of Justin Marks' dreams, is to get a car in the Rolex 24. I know he's been also interested in running the Indy 500 as well, but I'm very excited to see that they are going to be officially competing in the Rolex 24 in 2025. I think they're going to have a really good chance and opportunity to get it done, definitely for sure, in the 2025 year. Excited to see them run the Rolex 24 this upcoming year and upcoming season. So that is going to be it for the breaking news on Trackhouse Racing entering the Rolex 24. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Listeners below that, and comment below your thoughts below on today's episode. What thoughts about Trackhouse entering the Rolex 24? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I don't think there's going to be more content dropping today on the channel. Tomorrow on the channel, we are going to have probably a video surrounding Kyle Busch. We may have a team preview dropping on the channel as well. We're probably also going to have other content on winners for Xfinity predictions and all that kind of stuff. We'll have videos on people like Connor Zillich again, Junior Motorsports, probably Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Bubba Wallace, Haley Deegan, you name it, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, all those people, Chandler Smith, Eric Almirola, got a video on Chandler Smith dropping later today. Same with Corey LaJoie as well. Shane Smith probably as well. Lawsuit with 20 in front row and all that good stuff will be coming on the channel over the course of the next couple days. Expect that to happen as we close out the remainder of 2024 and head into 2025. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody. I'll see you guys there for more of that good content.